Hello fellow collectors, Todd's back. Right for you TB League Egyptian gods and pharaoh lovers. This is how you get your box. And as you see, you always get two boxes inside. One being the actual base and the other one being the actual figure. And they're perfectly sealed up inside the box. And that's exactly how you got the Medusa, but a much bigger box, because obviously a much bigger display. Okay, let's take her out. Here you go, the figure and the base. Okay, but always be wary. There's going to be a lot of polystyrene around once you open this up. But let's get this bit open and let's have a look inside the box for you. Right, excuse the boxes around. I'm actually sorting out a load of stuff at the moment, a lot of moving around. There's a lot of boxes in this room at the moment. So what you do is a flip cover, and they come with the normal instructions. Just don't overdo it with vice and bodies. And this is how you first are presented with your figure. Once you take this layer out, let's see if I can do this with one hand. You get the all sort of weapons and cloak. Okay, weapons will always be at the bottom, but this is exactly how the figure arrives to you. As you see here, two head sculpts, one with a screaming face. This is why it's one of the earlier ones. And just look at the attention to detail on there. Okay. And then the other one, more of the standard look face. Unbelievable attention to detail. Right, so this really is showing you exactly how it is. Now if you actually want to know how to put, you know, where certain bits go and everything else, there are quite a few channels on YouTube showing you how they put it together. One of them is called Tam Tam. Yeah, so next bit I'm going to be showing you what she looks like all set up and a little bit about her. Okay then, so that is how you get your TB League figures, always beautifully packed and very high on quality. Okay then, thanks very much. Let's get and see what she looks like. So here she is, Bastet, formerly known in short Bass. Great figure to have. She was a little bit about her, and I mean there's so much to actually know about her, but I just give a short little version. Bass was a very powerful goddess. She was in destruction of anyone who would upset the peace and everything else, and she was highly regarded, so much so that when Egypt went into two, there was the Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt. She was regarded as a very powerful goddess. When she first came about, she had a big cat's head, a bit like a mountain lion. But as time went on, you know, she had the smaller head of a smaller cat. And yeah, very powerful. What she would do is, they say during the at night, she would go on the boat with her father, Ra, the sun god. Let me just show you Ra a moment. This is Ra, the sun god. As you notice, on top of his head, he's got the sun. He was the father of Osiris and Steph. Bas would ride the boat with him, fighting off the black snake, or the black demon, as we would know it, as nighttime. So the boat would come over the top of the surface. That's what we see as the sunrise, and him shining the light again once more on Egypt. So Ra was very, very powerful in other people's minds as well, and Bas being his daughter. But just going back onto Bas a moment. Now, you probably might find out a little bit that cats in Egypt were highly regarded, being prosperity, and for Bas, fidelity, actually. You know, if they ever had you had troubles and whatever else, you'd pray to Bas, and she helps you out through the bad times. Looking to get pregnant, then she would help out. But cats were very, very highly regarded, because there was reports sometimes during the day she would actually just go into a cat form. So if you were ever seen being cruel to a cat, it was severe punishment. Even death. So that's why cats are highly regarded in ancient Egypt. And yeah, very much so. Just a little point on that is that if you wanted to be mummified, only the rich could do this, like the pharaohs and everything. Even the middle class, they would save up from when they were young and go through so many prayers and courses, and it was all written down on a scribe that is actually buried with your body to be mummified. Now, there is a town in ancient Egypt called a Bastet, and a big chapel there where this goddess was actually worshipped, and they found hundreds of mummified cats. So it's a long old process. So I don't know if you know mummifications, where they take out all your insides, even your brain and everything, just preserve the body more and to be wrapped up. But so they did this with a lot of cats. So cats were highly thought of in ancient Egypt. And like I said, it could be instant death if you ever seem to be mistreating one. Right, as far as this figure goes, now here you can have this as just a normal thing to hold in a hand, or just put on top of a scythe, and you also get the famous cross. Okay, highly regarded. You get this virtually with every Egyptian figure. Yeah, she's a great one to have. They're highly detailed on this, very much so. Obviously, she comes either in white or black. This is the black one, obviously, and the white one is a black body, but just with all white costume. Yeah, there's something about striking about this one anyway. But the detail on her is remarkable. So there's hers, and there, look at that, unbelievable. The video that as the next bit where I'm going to show you the end of it, I'm probably going to change the head, because I've obviously done different parts of this video at different times. Let's focus on the head there. Even the mouth inside glistens. It's just so, these are just so detailed. But this is where everything goes. And yeah. So, but she is a very important goddess. I was always wondering if I was ever going to get this, because the head always looked too small for the body, but then she did represent a small cat. And then, but the details they got is just unbelievable. Okay, and this is the other head sculpt, which I've got a feeling I might just keep, because I'm going to have them positioned next door to Cleopatra anyway. Okay then, right, let's find out what they all look like out on display, shall we? So here she is, all in the collection now, sitting there next to Cleopatra, and there's Tutankhamun there, Seth, Horus, Anubis, Ra and another Anubis. It's just, this now definitely has to have the Mario project, where this is all got to go in one big display. I can't just have them out like this. It's a criminal. So it's almost completed, just about 2 more to get, and then I have all what they've done. So hope you enjoyed, and a little bit of lesson there on Bass, but she's looking stunning. And as you see, just got a few little ornaments, statues, just little things you can buy. And yeah, so all this is going to go in the display. Still buying more stuff to go with it. Okay then, well, thanks for joining me, and this is the video on Bass. Alright then, stay safe, cheers.